Hey, good morning, James. This is Braden from Pacific Toyota here in Cairns, mate. Thank you again for your inquiry on both our Prados. Obviously got the 2018 VX sitting here in front of me with about 60,000 Ks for only 76,990. It's an absolute glamour. Can't wait to take you through it. Mate, bit of an idea who we are. I understand you're down south, but no stress at all, mate. We're actually the biggest pre-owned yard in Queensland for Toyota, and we're actually number 2 in Australia at the moment as well. So you can see, obviously, we are literally jam-packed here at the moment. You can see our Toyota Lexus showrooms up the hill there, service departments down the road. I'm currently at 235 Mulgrave Road. We've also got another location up at 77 Mulgrave Road as well. So we're absolutely packed at the moment. Means we get some awesome cars just like this one here right in the front. So mate, whole idea of this video is just to give you a better idea than obviously what the photos can see online, that sort of thing. But show you any sort of marks or blemishes, things like that I can find. It's looking very clean across this bonnet. Sort of can't really see anything to actually just point out just yet. Maybe just a tiny little tiny stone chip just there, about the size of the tip of your pen, if that. No chips or cracks or anything in the windscreen there, mate, either. And that 76,990, that is drive away. So it's your stamp duties, it's your transfers, it's everything all inclusive for you. I did kick these wheels out because I wanted you to see the tread as well. So absolutely stacks of tread left in there, just a little rock there as well. And of course we've got these VX wheels here as well, looking very clean there too. Sort of can't see any sort of marks or gravel rash on that one, which is great. And as you can see through the suspension, everything through there, mate, tiny little bit of dust, but otherwise extremely clean through there. Doesn't look like I spent much time off-road at all. That's just a little bit of a smudge, that'll come out. But otherwise very clean across this here. We've got obviously all your parking sensors across the front. Again, just a little smudge there, but I reckon the polish will bring that out. All your front cameras, all your sensors, everything's all through here too. Those rear ones looking very tidy through there. Now obviously over to the driver's side front wheel here as well. Those beautiful VX wheels, I absolutely love these. I'm a big fan of them. And again, just want to show you through there too. So incredibly clean through the suspension, through the shockies and everything as well. So mate, we'll continue down the passenger side here. Just want to show you down the body of the car there as well. So all our cars, mate, we guarantee no write-offs, no flood damage, no hail damage, anything like that. We just simply don't touch them. We turn over a bit over 200 cars a month, and about 80 or 90 of them go between us and Brisbane. So we're very particular about the cars we do get. Again, just a little mark there. Just a little mark there. That's actually coming off with my finger, so don't stress about that. So very tidy through the inner door card here. Very tidy. Electric windows the whole way around, of course. The genuine Prado mats as well, all through here. All that sort of stuff we just leave in here. These beautiful finishes with it being the VX. And of course all your leather seats, everything as well. We've got all the speakers through the top, all the little tweeters in the corners. Big drop down handles the whole way around. All the solid handles as well, makes it real nice and easy for jumping in and out. All the aircon vents through all 3 rows as well back there too. Very clean through that roof. Looks like a tiny little sort of smudge at the back there, but otherwise not too bad at all. Leather seats. Pretty bad through here as well. All your manuals, books, everything's all on the inside there too for you. So we're originally down south, all the services are here as well. So we got, what do we got? So Skyfleet Toyota, so down in Taringa, so pretty close to you. 23,000, 2020. We got same place, 30,000, 2020. 2021 at 36,000 at Wynnum. This is all through Toyota. 47,000, same place. Downtown Toyota, 54,000, and then us, Coral Motors. That's our workshop here, so 61,000. So mate, full Toyota service history in there as well. Can't ask for better than that. Obviously got your build compliance plates, everything just here for you too. But pretty tidy through that entryway. It's got the alloy side steps here as well. Looking very clean down this side. Do those inner door cards again. Got the child locks on both these rear doors there too. Pretty tidy all through here. Sort of struggling to be able to actually point much out for you, to be honest with you. So Prado mats again on both sides here. All the aircon controls down the bottom, the accessory plugs, everything like that. Even heated seat controls back here on the left and right side of these back seats. We got the argument separator in the middle with all the adjustable cup holders, all the hideaway in there. You can adjust obviously these headrests up and down as well, as you can see. You got a little lever there too. It's going to fold that one flat. Gives you access into the back. We've got 1 child anchor point, 2 child anchor points, and then 3 child anchor points as well. They've even left that genuine Prado cargo mat in the back there as well, which is fantastic because they're worth a bit of money. But stack of storage back there as well. I'll leave that down because I want to show you in a second just how much room is in the back there. Now, I'm not quite tall enough to see up on the roof, but hopefully this will do you justice. So as we just come down to that rear quarter. So fuel's obviously this side. I'll show you where the release is for that once we jump inside. Tiny little stone chip just there, but not too bad. Just that rear passenger wheel. Again, the VX runs the whole way around, looking incredibly clean through there. Same thing. Super tidy on the inside there. So your rear parking sensors across the back here too. Your keyless entry obviously on the front doors, keyless entry on these back doors here as well. So I've got the keys in my pocket at the moment. That's going to lock the car. Come up, unlock. So it got the proximity sensors there as well. So as long as we're in front of that door, again you got the child locks here on the back as well because we do have those 6 and 7 seats back here as well. How's that for tight parking? We are good with that, hey? Everything around here is finesse. A bit of storage in the back there too. Tools should be in those ones as well. All storage in the back. Jack should be in that one there for you too. Like I said, we do have the 6 and the 7 seats hidden away under these guys. So you simply just grab that handle, pull that up. That little seat just comes out. I can't quite reach, but that does just come straight out. And boom, piece of cake, all done. So these are adjustable too. You can lift these little headrests up and down as well. Like I said, you got the 1 and 2 child anchor points just there. Looks like we are missing the cover just for that one there, but that's all right. Very clean back here. That's it. That comes back down. You got little tie down points all through the back here as well. Close that up for you. That's it. We got that obviously the 220 volt 100 watt inverter power point just there. So good for fridges, all that sort of stuff. You can obviously lock these doors into place too. So if you're on a hill, got kids or anything like that, camping, whatever, you can lock them into place so the doors don't come closing back on you. Otherwise, very tidy through the back here. Reverse camera's just tucked up under there as well. Looks like a tiny little sort of dent just there and there, but very, very sort of not too bad. They've already been touched up, but that's about the only sort of marks that I've been able to find so far. Again, extremely clean across the roof there, down that driver's side there too. You can see that pearl in the sun, it looks so good. A little tiny sort of, maybe a bit of leftover polish, maybe a little bit of mark there. I'll give it to the guys at the back and see if we can potentially polish that out for you. But it's all stuff that we can look at. Again, stacks of tread left in through there too. Now that is they're not actually window tint on these guys too. That is just privacy glass. So it's simply dark glass, but don't stress, we can actually do that window tint all in-house for you. All the protection and everything as well. But very tidy through the back here. We've got a tiny little sort of smudge just there. I'd say they might have just caught the paint a little bit, putting something into the back. And again, so these will fold down too. So that'll come forward. You lift this lever up here. Oop. Might have sloped, not very good. There you go. So that'll give you access into the back there as well. It's all adjustable there too. Click that back into place. We've got this little bar under here, which will slide that back as well. So pretty handy. But good for the kids, good for the family. Again, you've got these Prado mats the whole way around. I just like lifting up these so you can see underneath them as well. Just how clean that carpet and everything is there too. And finally just to the driver's side now as well. So that's that keyless entry I was talking about. You got these two little lines there, so that's going to lock the door. There's keys in my pocket, push that. Car's now locked. As soon as we go away, come back, put the hand in there. It's going to unlock those for us as well. We do have 2 genuine keys of this as well, so the Prado one's here as well. So the central locking, that one works. And so does that. So the genuine keys there too. That's fantastic. So we'll just jump inside, start this one up, show you through the inside a little bit as well. So that's down through that driver's side door card here too. Looking very, very tidy. A couple tiny, little, very faint sort of scuffs there, just from people sort of catching their shoes, jumping in and out, I'd say. Again, we've got the non-slip fitted, screwed in, like bolted in basically, little switches. So these ones, to take those out, you simply just move that little switch, but they're all fitted. Stops them sliding around. Electric adjustments on these ones. So again, you've got your lumbar support, or your backrest, height adjustments, everything from down here as well. As we come down, fuel releases just there. Like I said, it's on the passenger side. Bonnet release is just there too. I will pop that because I do want to show you there before we finish up. So we're going to jump in. So keys must be inside the car. Foot must be on the brake to be able to start it up. So we're going to push this one here. So you get your beautiful little welcome menu in there as well. Get this aircon going because it is very hot today. It's always cans. So you can see on the display, obviously 61,833 kilometres. May not due again until 72,000 or May next year. As we come down here, we've got a beautiful little setup in here. Your little infotainment and menu setups all through the middle there. So at the moment you can see those wheels are tilted. So I love this for full driving because you've got the steering angle. So as you turn it, you can actually see a little picture turning along with it. I think that's just the coolest thing in the world. Other than that, so good for parking, good for full driving, all that sort of stuff as well. You obviously got your fuel at the top right hand corner, temperature at the top left, all speedos and everything, those main menus there as well. Now we can jump between different little menus down there, so that's all controlled from the right hand side of the steering wheel. So you can go between obviously that steering angle, obviously your compass there as well, whatever's playing on the radio, music, Bluetooth, that kind of thing. You can adjust your lane departure, cruise control settings, any notifications, blind spot monitors, all that sort of stuff you can adjust through playing with these little bits here as well. So that's your little different pages, everything there too. So all control from the steering wheel, real nice and easy, so that while you're driving, you're not too distracted. It's nice and easy to sort of flick between them as you need it. Lane departures down here for you too, so that'll be basically stops you from there you go, so it won't work below 50 k's. So if you are not paying attention and you do start to drift over the lane, the car will actually react. It's going to beep and it's going to gently pull you back into place as well. You can override it by simply using the steering wheel yourself, so if you're just turning or things like that, or if you've got the blinkers on, it's not going to work either. We've got adaptive cruise control here too. So again, once the cruise control is engaged, person in front of you brakes, the car's going to brake and react for you, and then continue to drive once they take off as well. So very awesome setup, but again, controllable by yourself. Cruise control's down the back there, so on and off with that, set and reset with that one, pretty easy. Headlights are over the back behind there, so we've got an automatic setting for these too, so they are light sensitive. So daytime, nighttime, other cars, whatever, they'll react to those lights and they'll turn on and off as they need to. So otherwise, parkers, headlights, high beams, foggies, everything else are all from like normal. Behind the steering wheel, we got the obviously your mirror adjustments just in here, so you can tuck those in. You got a little power fold option for those mirrors there too, so good for car parks, things like that. Just while I'm here, you can see that little indicator there, that little picture of the car, so that's your blind spot monitor there too. So if you're driving along, someone's in your blind spot, motorbikes, trucks, whatever, that's going to illuminate to let you know that somebody actually is there and you can't turn into them. So like I said, mirror adjustments are just here for you. Automatic high beam down the bottom, so again, light sensitive, good for highways, things like that. And of course you've got a little washer there for your headlights as well. So really nifty little features. As we come around up to the left hand side of the steering wheel, so all your radio controls, so you can jump between different stations, everything from up here, whatever you're listening to, so AM, FM, Bluetooth, it'll all show up here for you as well. You can answer and hang up the phone calls down there too. Being the VX, we've got this beautiful little electric adjustment for the steering wheel, so telescopic, it'll come in and out, up and down, the whole works, so nice and personalisable, good word, to each person. We've got automatic wipers up here as well. Down the bottom, we've got a couple little buttons down here, so we've got a couple blank switches, so if you ever want to put extra light bars or anything like that in the car, you've got the option to do so without drilling holes in the actual dash itself. We've got a little button there that says view, so that's going to bring up all these little cameras around the joint, so you've got a 360 view of the car there too. And so as I push this button, jump between different views, so depending on what kind of parking or full driving or anything you're doing, it gives you a perfect view in the car, so you never should damage the wheels of the car itself, because you've got all these cameras absolutely everywhere. That's your little DPF recalls, so they have been done on these cars. So joys of being a Toyota franchise, the recalls get done before they come onto the yard. So if you ever need to do a manual burn, that's your button there. And of course all those parking sensors around the car. If you don't like them, you can turn them on and off with that one too. Like I said, you got those, as soon as we jump it into reverse, we've got all these cameras here as well, so they're all predictive. So as I turn that steering wheel, it's going to show you the direction of exactly where we're going, what sort of stuff we're going to hit on this side. It gives you a beautiful little sensor. So again, it's picking up this little car behind us here too, so the problem areas and what you need to worry for. So you really should never actually damage any panel work in this car, because between the sensors in the car and everything else, It's just a fantastic setup in these guys. Chuck it back into park. So this is basically your home button, so this is going to bring you back to your favorites every time. We can jump straight into the navigation from here, straight into the phone calls, straight into whatever's playing on the radio, so audio, Bluetooth, whatever the case is. Little apps button's going to bring you to this little menu, so it's probably the second most common one you'll use. And again, you can jump straight into the navigation, audio, telephone, all your settings, everything like that is all through those as well. So real nice and easy. Aircon controls down the bottom. We've got independent climate control, so passenger can sit there and crank that up. Driver can sit here and do the opposite as well. So the temperatures are totally independent for the left and the right side of the car. You can turn obviously everything off in the back as well. All those rear aircon vents, you can turn them off if it's just you driving. Fan speeds, where you want them coming out of, all that kind of thing down the bottom. Massive amount of storage in here, great for phones, things like that. All your full drive stuff's down the bottom here, so you can start off in second gear, great for towing. You got your traction control in here, your centre diff locks, rear diff locks, downhill descent, so basically cruise control for coming down hills. And of course, you're being a Prado, they're obviously in constant all drive, so that's that H4. We can chuck it into neutral, simply push that in, flick across, and that's going to be for the hectic fall driving. So all your traction control lights, all your full low, everything gets, all your adaptive cruise control, all your pre-collision stuff gets turned off, so that way everything. Cars, like trees, full driving, anything like that's not going to harass the full drive system or the car itself and stop you from being able to do that full driving. So of course you only want to be engaged in that for loose roads. You don't want to be driving on that on bitumen. That's for mud terrain, sand, beaches, all that kind of stuff as well. Down the bottom we got obviously the adjustable cup holders hidden in the middle there. The real handbrake. We got cooled seats and heated seats. So being up here in Cairns, we love the cooled ones. But obviously being at south, the heated's probably a bit more practical for you as well. But you got those for the left and right side of the car. Heaps of fast storage in there for phones and things like that. AUXs, USBs for days. We got the little cooler box in the middle there as well. And an absolutely beautiful car in here. So like I said, drop down handles the whole way. We've got airbags, curtain airbags going right across the back. Airbags in the seats here. Airbags in the dash. Airbags in the steering wheel. Absolutely everywhere. So an absolute glamour of a car. I will let this run for just a second because I do want to show you that bonnet under the bonnet before we finish up. Sorry for the long video. I just want to try and fit in as much as we possibly could for you, but everything's up on struts. Like I said, full Toyota service history, so you can't ask for better than that. Mate, the 2.8 turbo diesel in here as well. We've got obviously the main battery over the right hand side, but one of the last cars that still give you the room to put an auxiliary battery in here as well. So you can see all the fluids and everything as well, all up to date. That's him. So James, thanks again for your inquiries, mate. Cannot wait to hear your feedback soon.